Hello everyone, it's good to have you a part of this CSE 101 class. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've been studying culture-specific evangelism for over 35 years now. It's a subject that most pastors do not have any courses in at seminary, and most missionaries have maybe one or two courses. And yet it is such an important part of people understanding the gospel that's given to them so that they can accept and come to Christ. And there are a few principles that I'd like to bring to you as we start this course for you to remember throughout this time. One is that Satan is not a creator, he's a created being. There's only one creator, God. Satan didn't create anything. All he can do is steal, corrupt, and destroy what the creator God has made. When a thief comes into your house, does he look around your house and steal all your rubbish and run away? Or does he look for the most valuable things he can find and steal that? And I would like you to think as we go through this course, if Satan stole things from a culture and took it for his own worship, why did he want to do that? What is valuable there? So valuable that he wanted it for himself? Or he wanted to take it so that we couldn't use it against him? What power is there in spiritual warfare and prayer and intercession and discipleship and evangelism that he didn't want us to use? And what power was there in those same things in worship and for himself that he wanted it so badly to steal it? So instead of looking at these things and thinking, Satan took them, they're dirty, throw them away, we need to look and see, why did God create those things? And why did he give it to those people? What was his purposes there? And why was it so valuable that Satan wanted to steal it? And to remember that our job as believers is not to turn over to Satan everything he steals and every valuable thing that he wants for himself, instead of having it where it belongs, the value belonging to the true God who created it and the purposes he wanted for that. Our job is not to turn it over to Satan, but to take back what he has stolen and return it where it belongs, to that people group, to the worship of the true God, to the things that God had planned for it. And this is our job as we look at the cultures. Another thing I want you to think about is, how do we present the gospel to these people so they see that Christianity is the highest fulfillment of who they are as a people and as a culture? That God made all the different people groups and the cultures flow out of who he made them to be. So one of the main things I found with native and indigenous peoples around the world is that they see Christianity as the foreign gospel and a foreign God, and accepting a foreign culture, rejecting who they are, rejecting their people, rejecting who God made them to be. How can we change this? So they see it instead as Christianity being the highest fulfillment of who they are as a people. That Christianity is not going foreign and rejecting who they are and leaving who God made them to be, but it is coming home to the fulfillment of who we are as a people, to the fulfillment of who we are as Hawaiians, to the fulfillment of who we are as Japanese, to the fulfillment of who we are as Africans. That Christianity is the greatest and highest level. It is the thing that will bring the completeness. So let's learn these things because we love God and love these people and want them to know him, and that we want these people to find their fulfillment in Christ. I look forward to this time of learning together with you about culture-specific evangelism.